But first of all, congratulations to Yale. I think today was a great game, and they're a great opponent. This is the second time we've seen them this year, so I thought they played great. Obviously, they were down and came back and sealed the win, and they've had a great season, so happy for them, and they get to keep moving on, and they just did a great job this year. For our group, I'm really proud of this group. We've had a senior class that has had a really successful run here. They've played in multiple Final Fours, Elite Eight games. Every year they've been in the NCAA tournament, so it's a really great group, and they'll always be a part of Syracuse Lacrosse. But I think our future is really bright. Every goal that was scored today was by a first-year player, and there's just so much talent in our younger kids, and I think they really came together in the NCAA tournament. We were just going down a bad stretch at the very end of the regular season, and had a couple losses, and then the group really came together and rebounded, and they played a great game against Brown, and they really fought today. I thought today was a great game. Unfortunately, we were on the losing side of it, but it was really a great game. Like I said, just really proud of this team and their effort all year, and congratulations to you.
Coach, in the second half, they kind of slowed you guys down a little bit compared to the first. Just what did you see from the adjustments that they made?
Yeah. I mean, the third quarter, I think it took 41 minutes because of reviews, and that really, I think, impacted our offensive flow. We were really getting into a flow and moving the ball well and attacking the way we wanted to. And then we had all these video reviews and official timeouts. For a 15-minute quarter to take 41 minutes is really tough. And I think that really got us out of our flow, and I think it really helped Yale. It was really just because of the time, just a bizarre second half. I mean, it felt like such a odd game to be playing in the second half. It felt like a completely different game from the first half. So I do think that impacted us a little bit, just got us out of our rhythm and out of our flow. I don't think it has much to do with their adjustments. I think it was just, the dead time that we had for a really extended period of time.
Ashlee, obviously disappointment in the moment, but as you personally reflect on this season as a whole, how proud of yourself are you and your growth as you battled back from injury, finally got to showcase your talent for a full season?
Well, first of all, I just want to thank my teammates, because I obviously wouldn't be here without my coaches and my teammates, and I wouldn't be in the position I am today without them, and I think that has pushed me to be the person who I am today, and battled back from many injuries is obviously a hard thing to do as an athlete, and I think just having those people around you while you're battling through those problems and issues throughout your life, it really helps. So definitely help with them.
Coach Ashlee, mark the end of Emma Ward's career here at Syracuse, long story, career program leader assist. What is she going to mean to you throughout your coaching career?
Yeah, I mean, Emma is a player. Obviously, she leads our program in all-time assists. She's just a really, really smart player with a high lacrosse IQ. She really plays on the field like a quarterback, and she's done that ever since she's been here at Syracuse, and she's been here for 5 years doing that. And she's been so much fun to coach because her IQ, you can really talk to her about what you're trying to do offensively, and she knows exactly what you're saying, and she can see it before it happens. I mean, she made a pass today at the end of the shot clock to Bree Peters. Bree Peters ended up scoring with 2 seconds, and that is vintage Emma Ward. It was just such an amazing play. So I'm really proud of her. She should be so proud of herself. She's had an amazing career at Syracuse and has been able to play on the biggest stage, and just continued the success of Syracuse Lacrosse.
Coach, you mentioned a lot of your younger players were the ones who scored today. How much does it, obviously it's a tough moment now, but how much does that kind of excite you, especially when you saw on Friday as well, for the future of the program going forward?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Yale, and that's a senior-led team. I mean, all those kids have played together for 4 years, and this is their final season. And then you turn to our group, and we're quite different. I mean, every goal scored was from a first-year player. We have people on the field that didn't play in the regular season but have practiced really hard and are getting their moments, and they happen to be in the NCAA tournament. So we have a really young group, and I mean, for this young group to battle the way they did against this veteran team is just so impressive. When they call our starting lineup out, it's freshman, sophomore, grad student, freshman. So it's just really impressive. These kids, they know they have no other experience. This is their first time playing in the NCAA tournament, and in the first round we played a great Brown team. That's a really good team that beat Yale, and we played great against them and beat them. And I think we played really well today against Yale. I think we, the game was really back and forth. I think the second half definitely affected us, but the future is so bright for us.
Yeah, I guess just looking at like a broad lens of this season overall, what did you kind of see from taking a little bit for the team to maybe mesh a little bit with the young players? Is that something that you saw was a struggle throughout the kind of end portion of the season, or was it maybe one of the parts that maybe slowed you down at times?
No, I think that just the way our season was going, we were playing well. We were a little bit up and down. We played in a stretch of a ton of one-goal games. We won a couple of those. We dropped one. And then we entered into the latter part of our season, and we, dropped a couple. We lost to Virginia Tech, and we, went to the ACC tournament. I thought we played well for some of the game against Stanford, but ended up losing. And then, a lot of teams, it's the end of the year, just kind of fold, and they don't really care, and it's, it is what it is. But this group did the exact opposite. They came together, they competed really hard in practice. I think our lacrosse IQ elevated in the last 2 weeks, just all the things we were teaching and just how much they embraced it and learned it. And that's why they were able to play in 2 great games. I know it's really unfortunate we lost today, but they're 2 great games, and 2 really veteran teams that we played against. But this will help our future. This is NCAA tournament experience, and this will certainly help us.
Ashlee, 4 goals in today's game as well. Lots of plays where you were just fired up looking at your teammates trying to get the juice as well. What does it mean to be a younger player and trying to light a spark for the rest of your team to follow suit?
I think when you get the spark, you can spread it to everyone else. So why not do it and get everyone else around you hype and keep the momentum going? Because obviously we have ups and downs in the game, so might as well get the ups as high as we can keep them and just keep the team moving and get everyone else excited as well. So.
Go ahead. Coach, there were a few times out there where, whether you were drawing something up on the board or whatever that board, Yale had a couple of players come over the sideline and kind of interfere with that. Is that something that you experience a lot, or is that what's kind of the goal there?
No, I'm not sure what that was. Coaches coach a lot on the sideline and bring players over, and they just all came over. And I guess they're allowed to do it. It's on the field. It's just not really common practice.
I guess for you, Coach, obviously your 4th season now. What did you maybe take away from this season that you personally can take into next season and continue to build this program?
Yeah, I think that's a hard question to answer right now because the game just ended. I usually, after a season, I have a notebook that every year I coach, I write down my thoughts and why we lost or why we won, and just try to get better as a coach. So that's something I'm going to have to do and just spend some time to reflect. But overall, I'm proud of this group. I think they battled all year, and like I said, there was lots of ups and downs, but I think everybody reflects after the season's over. It takes some time just to develop and get better, whether you're a player or a coach.